name is Shegun Badmos, and I'm one of the instructors at Panjura Driving School. Today we'll be introducing to you those things you need to know before you get behind the wheels. And what are those things? First and foremost, before you drive, go around your car. You need to check for a few things. The first thing is your tire. Check your tire, the four tires, to be sure that those tires are well gauged. Then after checking the tires, if the tires are well gauged, fine. But if not, you can actually you can take them. You can, if it's possible, you can remove the tire, and if it's not possible, you can actually call the vulcanizer to come and help you out and fix one or two things. Fix the tire so you can go out. And after fixing the tires, then another thing you need to do is check. You open the bonnet. Open the bonnet. So when you open the bonnet, you check four major things. There are other things to check, but four major things, which are A, the brake oil, B, the water, or sometimes the water in the radiator, or the coolant, C, you check the engine oil. D, then you check the power steering oil. You see, when you check the brake oil, make sure the brake oil is at the maximum level. At the maximum level, if there's no oil there, it might cause a brake failure. So make sure the oil is at the maximum level at all time. And if the oil is going down, then it means you need to take your car to the mechanic to check what the problem is. Then number two, the water or the coolant in the radiator. So you need to check the water in the radiator, because if there's no water, your car can actually overheat. And if the engine overheats, it might burn the gasket. And when gasket is burnt, your engine is half damaged. And in the current economy, some engines are more expensive than some cars. So don't wait till your car get damaged to that level. So number two, the engine oil. There's this oil, this gauge, you bring it up, you check, I'm sure some of you are familiar with that. You bring it up, you check to be sure where the gauge is. That thing, when you bring it out, see, it has something like this, and sometimes it might just be a dot or dots. You understand? So we have the maximum, then we have the minimum. The oil should always be at the maximum level at all time. If that oil is less than minimum, it can cause the engine to knock. And when the engine knocks, that's all. The engine is gone. So you need to buy another one. So make sure the oil is well gauged at all time before you drive the car. Then lastly, the power steering oil. The power steering oil too, also has a container. So make sure the oil is at the maximum level at all time. If the oil is low, it might cause the steering to be hard to turn. Are we together? It might cause the steering to be hard to turn. So make sure the oil is at the maximum level at all time. And some cars nowadays, like Lexus, Benz, and some other cars now use, and some of the Corollas now use electric power steering. So you don't need to be looking for power steering oil to actually top it up. They use electric. Once you start your car, automatically, the electrical system becomes active and the steering will be softened. So, but in that case, when the engine is having issues, the steering will also be hard. So that is that about that. What are other things? These are major things to check. Then what are other things you need to check? You need to check the battery terminal, the battery head. Make sure the battery is well connected, because there's something we call what's it called? This white stain on the battery. If that thing is there, it can actually reduce the level of charging from alternator. You understand? So you need to be very, very careful. Make sure that battery connector is well tightened, and those things are not there. If they are there, get a sponge, probably those iron sponge, scratch those things off, remove the head, scratch those things off, wash it, and fix it back so that your battery can charge properly. Then the lightings, the front lights, the back lights, the pointer, the brake light, the reverse lights. Check all those lights and be sure they are working well, they're working perfectly. You understand? So that anytime you want to flash, you want to indicate, and all of those things, they are functioning properly. So after checking these things, then you can now go into your car. Make sure all these things I'm saying, you put them in mind. So you get into your car and you check. When you get into the car, about 7 things you need to do when you get into the car. These are the things you do outside the car. You understand? You can actually remember. First thing, when you get behind it, before you drive, walk around your car to check your tires to be sure your tires are well gauged. Number 2, you check for 4 major things: the brake oil, the power steering oil, the engine oil, the water and the radiator, or the coolant in the radiator. You understand? And some other things to check: your battery connector. You also need to check your light and be sure it is intact and functioning well. Then after that, you go into your car to do some things, about 7. And what are these things? First thing, when you get into the car, you adjust your seats to a convenient position. That's the first thing you do when you get inside any car. After adjusting the seats, some cars, it might be a manual lever. So you pull up, you understand? Some cars might be at the front. So you pull up, you pull down. So make sure you are comfortable sitting down. And make sure while you're adjusting your seat, you are comfortable with the way you press your foot. Please zoom in, see the way I place my leg on the foot, on the pedals. This is how you should be able to move your leg. Don't be too close and don't be too far from the pedals. So after adjusting your seat, then you adjust the mirrors. The 3 mirrors: the left mirror, the inner mirror, and the right mirror. So after adjusting those, then you strap your seatbelt. So now, when you adjust your seat, you set the mirrors, then you strap your seatbelt. Your seatbelt is always on your left. Your seatbelt is always on your left, so you strap your seatbelt. You don't have to use the seatbelt before adjusting the mirrors. You don't have to use the seatbelt before adjusting the seat. The seatbelt, you follow that sequential order. Adjust the seat first, adjust the mirrors, strap your seatbelt. And after strapping your seatbelt, then you press your brake. That's the 4th thing. You press your brake down. So when you press the brake, what's the next thing to do? Relax yourself. After pressing the brake, calm down. Then you start the car. So when you start the car, the brake will actually go down. You get? The brake will go down. Relax yourself. No big deal, no issues. It's just to show that the brake is now active. You get? So after that, then you can shift your gear to the right position, depending on the car you're driving. We have P, we have R, we have N, we have D, we have L. P means park, R means reverse, N means neutral, D means drive, while L means low gear. Low gear. So that low gear is like a gear 1 on a manual car. So you use that L when your car actually fall into a ditch and you want to forcefully move it out, or you're driving on a slippery road. You understand? So that's how that gear selection work. And remember, number 4 is what? You press down the brake. Number 5, you start the car. Number 6, you shift your gear to the right selection. If you want to reverse, you shift to R. If you want to drive, then you shift to D. Is that thinking? Then another thing is, after shifting your gear to the right selection, the next thing you need to do is to indicate your intention. Let people know where you are going to. Let people know where you're going to, because from a stationary position you can't just move out. So you need to indicate your intention. Indicate left. And when you indicate left, check the mirrors to be sure that it's safe for you to go. So when it's safe for you to go, then gradually release your leg from the brake. Gradually, and you start moving. And for some cars, make sure you check and be sure that the handbrake or the parking brake too is not active. If the parking brake is active, then you need to deactivate it. Some brakes are here, some you have it at under the dashboard, some you need to pull it, depending. So make sure you deactivate the handbrake and gradually release your leg from the brake. Is that thinking? And you see your car moving. And anytime you want to drive, make sure you calm down. If you are not calm, there will always be issues in your driving. Calm down. Look straight ahead, about 60 meters ahead of you, before you drive. Are we together? So now, make sure if there's anybody beside you, make sure the person too is also using his or her seatbelt. And after this, then you move your car. Are we together? And more also. Now let's go to a manual car now and check how to also move a manual car. Alright. We'll be showing you the operation system of a manual car. So remember those things you need to do when you get inside the car. The first thing, you adjust your seat to a convenient position where you'll be able to press the pedals conveniently. The second thing, your mirrors. The third, your seat belts. Then the fourth thing, you press down the clutch and the brake. Now we'll be showing you the clutch and the brake very soon. So you press down the clutch and the brake. So the clutch and the brake. So you press the clutch and the brake. So after pressing the clutch and the brake, then the next thing you do. So now this is neutral. The neutral is the middle. So you can see this gear. We see you have gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, reverse. So this middle is the neutral. Now we have 3 positions of the gear. We have the front, the middle, and the back. So anytime you want to shift to neutral, always shift to the middle. So not you shaking like this, no. Even on gear 3 now, you can see it's still shaking. Even on gear 4, you can see it's still shaking. So that does not matter. That does not really matter. Just push. Is it at the back? Yes. Then push to the front. Or is it at the front? You can see it's no longer going. Then take it to the back. That's when you shift to neutral. Do you get that? So after shifting to neutral, then number 6, you start the car. Oh, sorry. No. You shift to neutral and you start the car. Do you get that? Remember, your leg is still on the clutch and the brake. So you shift to neutral, then you start the car. So when you start the car, then you're ready to move. You're sure that you're ready to move. So at that point, then you can shift to gear 1. So how do you go to gear 1? Come and see. This is neutral. These lines you're seeing is representing the road to each gear. The road to each gear. So from this middle now, which is the neutral, if you want to go to gear 1, you come this way. You can see it's at this edge now. Then to the front, that's gear 1. If you want to go to gear 2, hold it to this side. Now it's at the middle, then back. That's gear 2. You want to go to gear 3, push to that middle again. Release it, then to the front. That's gear 3. You want to go to gear 4, straight down. Middle, that's gear 4. You want to go to gear 5, you push up, go this way, then that's gear 5. You want to go to reverse, then straight down. You understand? So that's reverse. You get that, and your car will be going to the back. So you want to go to gear 1 again. So now you need to practice. You need to practice it, so you do it very fast. Gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, reverse. Gear 1. So because when you're driving, you don't have to be slow with this. You have to be very fast with it. So you're driving, so what you notice or what just happened, why the sound changed, is because that person changed the gear. Do you get that? So now, you understand? Do you get? So now that you have to slow, then you'll not be looking. You have pressed on the clutch, you're not looking. You're not doing no. Because once the engine is well charged, that's when you can proceed to the next gear. Do you get that? Do you get that? Now you have changed to gear 1, so you're ready to move. Check your mirrors, be sure everywhere is safe to go. Check your mirror, the inner mirror, the other side. You understand? Then after that, you indicate. So you indicate. Down is left, up is right. Down is left, you're indicating that you're going left. Up is right. Then the middle is off. She gets, the middle is off. So right, off, left, off, right, off, left, off, right, off, left. She gets, all right. So, and if you're driving now, remember your gear is on gear 1 and you're ready to move. So this time, what you do is, remember you were pressing the clutch and the brake. So this time, since it's safe for you to go, so what you need to do is release your brake first. Can you see? You release your brake first, then gradually release your clutch. You get, gradually release your clutch. There's a point called biting point. Once that car gets to the biting point, the car will start to move. You get, once the car gets to the biting point, the car will start to move. So once the clutch gets to the biting point, it will start to move. The car will start to move. When the clutch passes the biting point, the car will go off. So as many times as the clutch passes the biting point, the car goes off. So that means you don't have to be tense when you're releasing the clutch. Release gradually, so you can see. Can you see? Sometimes some people, this is how some people press the clutch. So the whole leg is pressing the clutch and releasing. No, that's not a good idea. You press with the ball of your foot. You get? Can you see? With the ball of it. So this is how the leg should be working. It's only your foot that should do the job. Can you see? So now that you're releasing, can you see that my heel? Can you see that the heel is still on the floor? Can you see? Now this is it. I press it down. Now I want to release. Can you see that my heel is still on the floor? Now to the biting point. So when you get to the biting point, you hold it there, and the car will be moving. So when the car is moving properly, then you can release the clutch. Is that faking? So anytime you want to press the clutch, you press it down, not small, you press down. But when you're releasing, you cannot release gradually. You get? Anytime you want to press your brake too, you press gradually. You get? When you're releasing, you can release gradually, but you can also, but most times you press gradually. The only time you can press your brake at once suddenly is in the case of emergency, where pressing that brake will be the only survival way or the only way to avoid that accident. You get? But you want to stop for probably a car, or you want to stop at your destination or something, you don't press your brake once. You press gradually till the car stops. Are we together? So remember, number 5, you shift to neutral and start the car. Then number 6, you engage the gear. That's number 6. You engage the gear to gear 1. Gear 1 is the only gear that can move a car from a stationary position. If you use gear 2 or gear 3 or any other gear, the car will keep going off. But gear 1 is the only strong gear that can move the car. Then that's number 7 now. So you're ready to move. So you indicate, check your mirror, is it safe to go? So leave the brake, then gradually release your leg from the clutch to the biting point. Always let it ring. You understand? In your head, that's biting point. When I get to biting point, I stop at the biting point. Release gradually to the biting point. Release gradually to the biting point. So when it gets to the biting point, then you stop there. So when the car is moving properly, then you can release your leg from the clutch outrightly. Is that faking? So that is how to move that clutch. And remember, this is indicator. You indicate left or right. Then if you're driving probably at night and you want to turn on the light, for most cars, this is how to turn it on. You go this way. You get? If you want to off it, you off it this way. So if you are driving at night, after turning it on and you want it to go further, those lights that actually goes into people's eyes, you want to see further, then you can push to the front, or some cars to the back. You get? So that is how to on the light. So once you turn this on, the front light and the back light will come on. Is that faking? And if you're driving and you want to flash somebody, you can go this way. So you pull, can you see? You pull this twice. 1, 2. Or 1, 2, 3, depending. But 1, 2 is fine. You get? And this is wiper. This is wiper. This other one is the wiper. So for some cars, if you want to turn it on, you twist to the front, fast, faster, fastest, depending on the car you're driving. But for this car and for most cars, you turn up or down. So we have fast, faster, fastest. You get? Off, fast, faster, fastest. Off. Is that faking? Then this is the steering, this is the on. You press the on here. Some cars you have the button here. Some cars this is where you press. Some cars this whole airbag box is the horn. So if you press here or you press here, any part of this thing is the horn, depending on the car you are driving. Is that clear? Is that clear? So now, and depending on the car you're driving, so sometimes some cars the gear is not as long as this, especially those automatic cars, Range Rover, BMW, Audi. You understand? Their gear lever differs. So it's not just the normal lever that you pull, DRN, no. They have some special ways to operate that. I think we'll come up with a special way to operate those gears very soon. So, and this is hazard light. You see, depending on the car you're driving, so this hazard light is always here, but for some cars it might be at the middle here. You understand? For some cars it might be here, but you see that red triangle. So when you turn it on, you can see hazard light. You can see the double pointer on the dashboard. So what does that mean? When you turn the hazard light on, you turn it on in the case of emergencies or distress. Emergencies or distress. So in the case of emergency, you're rushing somebody to the hospital or something, so you can turn it on. Or your car is bad. Your car is bad and you're trying to your car is bad and you're trying to wait for the mechanic, or you're managing it to the mechanic's workshop, so you can turn on the hazard light. And when you're driving and you also see a car with hazard light, make sure you give distance. And you can overtake that car. If the car is slow, you can overtake that car at a safe distance. Do you get that? Don't drive too close and don't try to, to struggle with him on the road. It might be that his brake is bad. It might be that a lot of things are happening. And most times it is wrong. When your brake is bad, don't manage it. Just find a safe place and stop the car. Call the mechanic to come and assist you, to come and help you, get that car off that place. Is that thinking? And so for some cars, these are the AC system. So these blues signifies cool air. The red signifies warm air. So if you want warm air, you turn this way. If you want cool, you turn this way. Then this is how you turn on the fan. So when you want to on the AC, you turn on the fan first. So you on the fan first, then you turn on the AC. Because if you don't turn on the AC, you have only turned on the fan, just fan. It won't be cool, just the fan. So that's that. So you turn on the fan. Is that faking? Then this is defroster. If you look at the back, you see some lines. Every car, all cars, the rear windscreen has a line. You see it. Those lines are not for decoration, they're electrical. So when you turn on the defroster during rain, it helps dry up the mist on the rear glasses so that you'll be able to see the rear from the inner mirror. Is that faking? So that's that. Then this is air circulation. If you want the air in the car to keep circulating, like you don't want external air to come in, probably you are inside, you are driving on the road that is smelling or there's smoke and you don't want those things to come in, you can shift here. But where you want the air outside to come so that you get refreshed in the car, then you shift to this end. Is that thinking? And this is vent where the AC passes through, so you can actually shift to whatever you want the AC to go. Is that thinking? So that is that about that. And this is the direction you want the AC to go. Now come closer so that you can see the images on that thing. Can you see this? If you shift to this end, it means you want the AC to go on your face. If you shift here, it means you want the AC to go on your face and your leg. You want the AC to go just on your leg, then AC on your leg, warm air on your face. Is that faking? So that is that about that. And this is the radio system, depending on the car you're driving. So this is the radio system. And then we have the visor. This is visor. Even though a lot of women have turned it to makeup mirror, you understand? But this is actually visor. You use it to shed the sun glare, depending. So if you're driving and there's sun glare, then you bring it out so that it can help you cover the sun glare. And if the glare is from the side, you can remove it. So you can turn this way. and this side too turns that way. Is that clear? So that is that about that. And somebody said, how do I adjust my mirror? You're adjusting your mirror to see what is behind you, not just to see all the back. No, what is directly behind you. Is that clear? So when you're adjusting your side mirror, you must adjust in such a way that you can see the handle of your car, of the door. See the handle of the door, the front handle or the back handle. So then whatever you're seeing from behind means that thing is behind you. The same thing goes for here. And this one, you set it so that you can see directly the back, so that you don't have to be dancing around before you are able to see what is there. Is that clear? And a lot of times people wonder where the seatbelt is. You see some people now looking for seatbelt. No, seatbelts for drivers are always on the left hand. So it's something you can just take this way, and strap it. No big deal, no too much talk, no too much stress. Then that is that about that. Is that thinking? And anytime you're driving, there are some things you need to focus on the road. You must know that, okay, this is the particular lane I want to drive on, and focus on that lane. Now, you'll be seeing in the next video now where you'll be driving on a particular lane. So restrict yourself on that lane. Make sure you're looking farther than your bonnet. A lot of people are fond of checking their bonnet, so they want to see their immediate front. No, it's wrong. Sit comfortably, relax yourself, and look straight ahead, about 60-100 meters away from you. So that's where you can make the right judgment. So before you get there, you already know what to do and how to do it. Is that clear? So please relax yourself anytime you're driving. In fact, when you're tensed, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Know what you want to do. A lot of times, learners are fond of pressing phone before they start driving. It affects your thinking. It affects your sense of focus when you start driving. So always make sure when you are driving, before you drive, 15 minutes to your driving time, put off every sense of distraction, especially your phone. Some, immediately after the training, they are also pressing phone. It's wrong, because you have not taken your time to ruminate over what you've done, what you do better the next time, how you do it, and put some development in place. Because you need to understand that it is not just the driving school. It is both the driving school and you that work. You contribute your own quota, the driving school contribute their own quota. So whatever we teach you, take your time to always remember and know how to do it. Are we together? Take your time to know how to do it the next time independently. If all you do is after your training you just feel, well, that's all for the day and all of that, you will not improve. So always take time. After your training, you can come back to the office, sit down, jot some things you have learned today and what you will improve on the next time. Every day, make sure you learn at least one thing. You can learn 5 things in just one day, but at least, maybe because you're scared or you're kind of distracted, make sure you learn one thing that the next day you can do independently, without assistance, without any assistance or minor assistance. Is that clear? So please put that in mind, and you see, give yourself 4 days. 4 practical days to get this thing, whether you're learning automatic or you're learning manual. Give yourself 4 practical days. I hope you're aware that some people did not even learn. Some people did not even go to a formal place of training to learn, yet they are driving. Even though they are driving ignorantly, because there are a lot of things they will not know. I'm sure we'll be showing you some signs that you need to know now. And those that actually went, through the informal source, all they know how to do is to move the car, and they believe they're driving. We do driver's evaluation, and we've had a lot of 15, 30 years driver, people with 30, 15 years experience. Bring them to the driving school, ask them some rules, some road signs. They don't know, but they've been driving for the past 30 years. And what really matters on our road is all these signs. That's why they are called highway codes. They are codes, and you as a driver, you are expected to decode them. So please relax yourself anytime you want to drive. When you're waiting for the car or your instructor, while you're waiting, please don't be pressing phone. Take your time to start ruminating on those things you learned the previous day and how you can do them today. Are we together? So thank you so much. We hope to see you while you start your practical classes, and all of these things which we have just discussed, you see them physically in reality, and you'll be able to apply those knowledge you have just gained.